Liverpool could be preparing to make a significant move in the transfer market, with a deal worth around £80 million now being linked to the club. As planning continues ahead of the next window, attention has turned to the possibility of a major signing that could strengthen Arne Slot's squad. The Reds have been carefully assessing their options as they look to build on their current foundations, and a transfer of this size would signal clear intent. While negotiations and circumstances around the potential move are still developing, the scale of the reported fee suggests Liverpool are seriously considering a high-profile addition. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool have been tentatively linked with Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson, but the Reds will face tough competition should they pursue the midfielder. Despite playing for the Premier League's 17th place team, Anderson is expected to be a player chased by several top clubs this summer and is in the frame to start for England at the World Cup. At just 23 years old, he has already played 110 times in the top flight since making his debut for Newcastle in January 2021, becoming one of the league's most promising midfielders in the process. According to TalkSport's Alex Crook, an increasingly reliable source over the last 18 months, Liverpool have kept close tabs on the Geordie, but they aren't the only side interested in a potential transfer. Crook wrote that Man City are primed to step up their interest in Anderson, and he is seen as a potential successor for Rodri. Man United are also interested, but a move to Man City would be favoured over Man United, the report claims. Back in November, the Mail's Craig Hope, who covers Newcastle, wrote similar, saying that while he is a top target for Man City, both Liverpool and Manchester United will be interested in Anderson. The fee for the Forest midfielder has been mooted to be between £80 million and £100 million, something that would prohibit a return to his boyhood club, Newcastle, which he departed due to PSR reasons for £35 million in 2024. Upon arrival at Forest, Anderson signed a 5-year contract that doesn't expire until 2029. With Alexis McAllister dropping off significantly this season, Wataru Endo getting another year older, and Curtis Jones potentially leaving in the summer, there will be a need for midfield bodies at Liverpool. Trey Nyoni is the main prospect coming through, but his first team experience pales in comparison to Anderson, who has proved himself a quality Premier League player. Capable of playing as a number 6 and a number 8, it is Anderson's passing that stands out, perhaps the reason for Man City considering him a potential Rodri replacement. In the league this season, FotMob tells us he plays 3.5 long balls per 90 minutes, placing him in the 92nd percentile when compared to his Premier League peers. While his passing accuracy and long ball accuracy isn't the best, this is likely down to the ambition of his passing and the lack of options he has in a Forest team that usually play on the back foot. Off the ball, he is a serious asset. He makes an incredible 8.42 recoveries per 90, putting him in the top 1% of comparable players in this regard. He would also count as a homegrown player, an area in which Liverpool are massively lacking. This, as always, puts him at a premium though. In other news, Liverpool may soon face an important decision regarding the development of one of their most promising young prospects, with the club increasingly open to the idea of sending Rio Numoa out on loan in order to accelerate his progress. The 17-year-old winger remains highly regarded within the club's long-term plans, but a lack of consistent opportunities in the first team has raised questions about the best pathway for his continued growth. Numoa has featured 17 times for Liverpool across all competitions this season, though only 3 of those appearances have come as a starter. While he has remained around the first team environment and has been included in recent matchday squads, his involvement has largely been limited to brief cameos from the bench. The teenager has appeared in each of Liverpool's last 3 Premier League fixtures, but his minutes have been restricted, making it difficult for him to establish any real rhythm or influence on games. Arne Slot has also addressed the situation publicly in recent weeks, challenging the young winger to demonstrate why he deserves more involvement. The Liverpool manager has urged Numoa to prove his value within the squad, responding to growing calls from supporters who believe the teenager should be handed greater opportunities in the starting 11. Slot's comments have sparked debate among observers about how the Dutch coach currently views the youngster within his plans. Behind the scenes, however, Liverpool's admiration for Numoa's talent has not diminished. The club continues to view him as one of the most exciting young players in their system and believes he has the potential to become an important part of the team's future. There is genuine optimism at Anfield that the winger could develop into a key attacking figure for years to come if his progression is managed correctly. That belief is precisely why a temporary move away from Merseyside is now being considered as a serious option. Former Manchester United chief scout Mick Brown believes a loan spell could provide the type of experience Numoa currently lacks. Numoa is obviously a very talented player, Brown explained. Liverpool rate him very highly, they've got high hopes for his future and see him as being one of their star players over the next 10 years or more. The problem is, the only way he can develop and improve is if he's playing regular football, and it doesn't look like he's going to get that under Slot at the moment. Just playing 10, 15, 20 minutes here and there isn't enough. He needs to be starting games, getting used to the pace, and learning how to perform at this level. With several Premier League sides believed to be monitoring the teenager's situation, there would likely be no shortage of interest if Liverpool decide to make him available on loan next season. For a young attacker still adapting to the demands of senior football, the opportunity to play week in, week out could prove invaluable. Brown believes such a move would benefit both player and club in the long run. I think there's a good chance they could let him go out on loan next season just to get that playing time, he added. A lot of Premier League clubs could benefit from having a player like him, and he would benefit from making that step and playing every week. Then, long term, he can return to the Liverpool team as a better and more experienced player. If the manager has doubts about trusting him, or whatever it is at the moment, it could be a good way to get around that without it impacting his development. Liverpool's wider transfer plans could also influence the situation. The club are believed to be exploring the possibility of strengthening their options on the wing this summer, which would inevitably create additional competition for places in an already competitive attacking unit. One name that continues to be linked is Newcastle winger Anthony Gordon, a player Liverpool have admired for some time. Should the club pursue that deal, the arrival of another high-profile wide forward would likely push Numoa further down the pecking order. There is also the uncertainty surrounding Mohamed Salah's future, with persistent speculation suggesting the Egyptian forward could move on at the end of the season. While Numoa has been viewed by some as a potential long-term successor, Liverpool appear determined to reinforce their attacking options rather than relying solely on youth. In that scenario, a loan move would represent a logical next step for the teenager. Gaining regular first-team experience elsewhere could allow Numoa to continue his development without the pressure of competing for limited minutes at Anfield before eventually returning as a more complete and battle-hardened player, ready to challenge for a place in Liverpool's attack. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.